So we have Angie Thomas in The Hate You Give, and I want to point out how clever she is with this title. Along the left-hand side, it spells out thug. And in the beginning of the story, she talks about thug life and Tupac, and it explains what that all means and how that was inspirational to her. Angie Thomas, a lot of times, is inspired by music when she writes, too, which makes sense to why she added that in this one. This is the first book that I read that really looks into a social justice issue and helps me decide where I would stand and how I would handle a really tricky situation like this. So Star is our main character, and you see that struggle she has. Right in the beginning, she is torn between living in a poor black neighborhood and going to school in this private school with predominantly all white students. And she really is trying to figure out, like, who is Star? Who am I going to be when I'm at home versus at school? And what am I hiding from my friends? Is she really her true self? She's really struggling with that. And then she's driving home with her friend Khalil, and they're pulled over by a police officer. And she witnesses the tragic death of her friend by this police officer. So she's witnessing this and has to decide, how am I going to now go into life with this information, and how am I going to make a difference? It's really tough to be an activist and to fight for what you think is right. It's scary. And she's really afraid of putting her voice out there, even though she's really passionate about what she believes is right, and witnessing this whole situation. So you had to read to find out, how does she find this voice, and how would you put yourself in this book and into her perspective, and how would you handle things? So read The Hate You Give and see how you're changed by this story.